Tell your grandma to say hello. It's the Kenny and Cairo Variety Show.
Okay, and welcome back to the show. And instead of starting off with a little bit of current events, we're going to jump right into...
So here we are with another What Would You Do? And yes, I know, Blackwing's Value Turbo again and again. But let me say something, okay?
Tell them.
The reason why a lot of these What Would You Do I'm playing like the bird decks is because those are the most popular decks in the meta. And you need to know how to play with them and how to play against them. So I think, at least from an educational perspective, these are the best decks to showcase. Now, in the future, of course, there are going to be other decks. I'm going to mess around with other things. But also, the decks that I'm more experienced with, I can also share more knowledge with as well.
True.
Anyway.
True. And to be fair, last episode, we had a big Lightsworn segment. There was a lot of Lightsworn in that whole huge segment where we did all kinds of random crap. But yeah, we'll do frogs and heroes and all of that stuff. But we got some birds here today.
Yeah, and if you want to see a deck featured on What Would You Do, leave it in the comment section.
Ooh, yeah. If you have ideas of a hand or a situation, let us know. Send it to us.
All right, so this is game 2, and unfortunately, I did get Jet 2'd in this set, right? But what's important to know is, because it's game 2, I know what deck I'm up against. It's Gladiator Beast. And as you can see, my hand is actually really good. This is a hand that in most cases is like game winning. And the reason why this is a What Would You Do is because this hand presents several different options. And let's talk about all the different combinations of the options, right? You can go normal summon Shura, set oppression, pass. Normal summon Shura, set oppression, solemn, MST, pass. You can go make Armor Master, set 1 to 3 back rows, pass. There's so many different plays that you can do, but let me show you what I did and explain why I did, right? So actually, I just passed. I didn't do anything at all. And the reason why I passed is because even though this hand is really good, by passing, actually what you do is you bluff Heavy Storm. And because I know I'm up against Gladiator Beast, this can actually prevent my opponent from setting multiple back rows unless they open up Starlight Road or Solemn. Then they're going to set everything and they're not going to care. But by bluffing Heavy Storm, that means when they summon their Gladiator Beast, they're only going to set 1 back row, 1 to 2 back rows, right? Because they don't want to get blown out by Heavy Storm. And then if I space the correct back row and on my turn summon Shura, special summon Gale, then I can go for a play that I've talked about many times before, which is summoning Shura, special summoning Gale, halving the monster, running over the monster with Shura, getting value out the deck, synchro with Shura and Gale to make Armor Master, synchro with Armor Master and the negated value effect to make Stardust, and now I'll have Stardust with access to make Silverwind by banishing Value and Armor Master, and Stardust alone against GBs is crazy enough. But imagine a Stardust Silverwind behind Solemn Oppression MST.
That's a lot.
You can't lose.
That's a lot.
Yeah, like it's a lot. It's a lot, right? Ultimately, things didn't go my way because my opponent, like I said, the only kind of bad thing about this play is you ultimately lose if your opponent has Solemn Judgment or Starlight Road, and my opponent happens to have both, which is like crazy. It's actually just crazy, you know. But at the end of the day, it's about what would you do? You have any input on that?
He set 4. He said he don't give a fuck what's happening. He said 4. Apparently back there was Solemn and Starlight Road, so
yeah,
he was good to go.
It's so crazy because I drew the heavy for turn 2, and then I'm like, obviously he has one of the 2, right? So I go space and I roll a die, and what do I hit? The road, but it's just not enough.
Oh, you know? Wow.
Enough. Yeah. But
yeah,
anyway, right? It's just it's just so unfortunate, but the point is, like, it's whether or not this play worked out for me, it's still something to consider, right? Because in the scenario of him not having both Road and Solemn, then like he would have lost instantly. But there's also room to argue, and this is why it's called What Would You Do? You can just summon Shura and set Oppression, and then what is the GB player going to do? Because to get over Shura, there's no GB that gets over 18. And then they would need to special summon, and Oppression covers you, right?
Yeah.
And if you have Solemn and Oppression set, then like your Shura is likely going to stick around. And it also safeguards you from Heavy Storm as well. So there's so many different plays and so many different ways to play out the hand, but...
thinking about the different lines and directions it can go in. Yeah, it's interesting, for sure. It's cool to see what other people would say, what they think the lines are, and what things they consider to be the most threatening and the things that they want to play around the most. Whether or not you go for the math, what's the math of it, the probabilities of these, this is more likely to happen than that, so you should cover this over that, etc. So yeah, I mean, I think what you went for was cool. I don't think it's something many people would attempt to go for, especially versus GBs, when, you know, you're giving them an open board to just attack into you, get their GB effects off. Obviously, you also like pseudo bluff Gores, but
yes, that's another thing too.
I feel like if you're playing against GB players, you're just like, oh, they're gonna fucking swing on my head, and they're not gonna care.
And another thing to talk about that too, actually, you brought up a good point, right? GB players, what they want to do is attack. However, if you have an open board, GBs can't net any advantage off of that unless they specifically have Test Tiger. Because think about it, without Test Tiger, what are they going to tag into? Laquari and get him to 21? That doesn't affect you, right? What are they going to do? Bestiari? You don't have any back rows, right? They can't gain any advantage unless they specifically have Test Tiger and they're running Secutor, because then this happens, right? So I really do think, like, in this specific case, it was a lot of kind of like, I don't like using the phrase unlucky, but he had a lot of very specific.
I mean, he had everything. He had Solemn, he had Solemn, Starlight, and he had Test Tiger. So, I mean, he did. Yeah. He had everything he wanted to have.
Yeah, you know. But at the end of the day, this isn't about, you know, what happened, but it's more so about
how would you have played? Yeah. What would you do? How would you have played the opening hand? My bad. Go ahead. I cut you off.
Nah. I was just going to wrap it up. Like, you know, it's just about what would you do?
And now we're going to do a little bit of current events. So as some of you may or may not know, every Tuesday we host an IMNerd local, and at some point that might change to a different date, but for the last couple months it's been every Tuesday. And every now and then we do special rules on those, and the ones we just did was you could use, it's Edison format, but you can use one of any card from all of Yu-Gi-Oh! All the way from the future.
But the condition is it can't be on the current Edison ban list.
Oh, yeah. If it's on the current Edison ban list, it can't be used. But which is funny because there's cards that are banned in Edison, but then there's cards that come out way later that are way more powerful. But anyway, you can use any of those cards. There's some interesting, just fun conversation. I wanted to talk about the top two decks, what was in the grand finals, kind of how they played, and just talk to Cairo about it because I don't know how much he knew about what happened. So let's switch right over to that right now. And here we are. Grand finals was a Red-Eyes Dragoon deck. A deck that wanted to summon Red-Eyes Dragoon versus a Gladiator Beast deck. So let's talk about the GB deck first, and then we'll talk about the Dragoon deck. The GB deck, I didn't fill out the side or the extra deck, because that's not, or all of the extra deck, because that's not what matters the most. But what we have here is just a GB deck. This person got second. The main thing they did was they included Gladiator Beast Gistel. So do you even know what this card does?
So it's funny, I mean, GBs, they're having 2 spotlights today on this episode, right?
Yeah.
I don't know clearly what it does, but Gary OG99 was like partially explaining to me what it does because he played in the IMNerd tournament. So I mean, we can go over it because I don't know clearly what it does.
So overall, everybody knows what Gladiator Beasts do in general. So this is a GB deck, and something that a couple people talked about, Frazier talked about it many times on the stream. You don't want to play a card, your one-of card, to be a card that you just have to raw draw into. You want it to be a card, if it's a main deck card, that's highly searchable, that you can just get as fast as possible, or an extra deck card. That way it's always available to you through your extra deck. So Gistel, it being a Gladiator Beast, it's highly searchable because every GB can get it. And you also have Proving Ground, which is a Rhoda for GBs, and all other kinds of stuff. So what Gistel does, at the end of the battle phase of this card battle, you shuffle back in the deck, so Gladiator Beast effect. And then it says you can only use each of the following effects of Gistel once per turn. You can reveal this card and one Gladiator Beast monster in your hand, special summon both. So if you have Gistel and another GB in your hand, you just special summon both of them out to the field. You haven't normal summoned yet. So you can get 3 monsters on the field all in one turn. So he does that. Also, because you special summoned both,
get their effects because he's a Gladiator Beast card.
Yeah, you get but you won't get his effect if I'm correct, because it says you can only use each of the following effects. Well, no, you can use each, so that means you can use both of them, right? But you can only use it once per turn. Yeah. So you summon him, and then you get his second effect. If this card is special summoned by the effect of the Gladiator Beast, he himself is a Gladiator Beast, you can add a Gladiator spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So if you have him and another GB in your hand, you special summon him and the other GB. The other GB gets their effect to just happen, whatever that is. and then he gets fucking Chariot. Like, you just get Chariot.
Yeah.
And
or because it says Gladiator card, right? You can also get Respite, because I believe that's a Gladiator card, I believe, or Proving Ground as well.
Or you can get the Proving Ground.
Yeah, or, whatever Gladiator beast monster you need to search, be it Bestiary or whatever. But that's just insane.
Yeah, so he's easily searchable because he's a GB, which means you have 3 Rotos, and then all of your other GBs can get him. When he's summoned to the field, you get, Chariot or another relevant card, but mostly Chariot. And then on top of that, if you get to pull off the thing where you special summon 2 GBs and then normal summon another GB, you have 3 GBs to go into Herc. And so you have Herc and then behind Chariot. Because Giselle. So this guy makes GBs ridiculous.
Yeah. And also it's cool because like GBs, they kind of suffer like when you have too many GBs in your hand, and he fixes that problem.
Yes.
Because like you said, you can summon up to 3 monsters with the help of Giselle and go into Herclinos. So it's just like he literally fixes the problem of the deck. I always said, like, how there's like fan-made cards. What GBs needed was a card where it's like, the standard GB effect, but when it's special summoned by the effect of a GB monster, target one of your removed from play Gladiator Beast monsters, special summon to the field.
Ooh.
Now, I think that still is a good effect, but Giselle just helps with all the problems the deck has.
Yeah.
The inconsistency, getting the monsters out the hand, like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I don't know, authors, the people who write these cards, how do you do it? How do you do it?
They do whatever they want. They do whatever they want. And then the deck that won is a deck. Once again, it had other cards in the extra deck, but like that's not what I'm here for today. This deck was for Red-Eyes Dragoon, and this got first place. This deck has, it just has like DD Crows. They're just there to be DD Crow. Debris Dragon, Elemental Hero Ocean, Prisma, Strat. So, and then obviously Dark Magician and Red-Eyes Black Dragon. This deck's entire purpose is just get Dragoon on the field as fast as possible and win the game. So everybody probably knows what Dragoon does, but in case you don't, it's Dark Magician and a Red-Eyes Black Dragon, or 1 Dragon Effect monster are its fusion materials. And then it cannot be destroyed by card effects. Neither player can target this card with card effects. So it can't be destroyed by card effects. It can't be targeted with card effects. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict bird damage equal to that monster's attack. You can use this effect a number of times equal to the number of normal monsters as fusion materials for this card. And then once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can discard a card, negate that activation, and then if you do, destroy that card, and if you do that, this card gains 1,000 attack. So once per turn, he negates cards, he gains attack for negating cards. He can't be destroyed by card effects. He can't be targeted by effects. So he's just, in Edison format, he's immovable. Like, he hits the field and pretty much nothing stops him. And some people ask, like, how... And throughout the tournament, this guy got summoned turn 1 often. Very often, they turn 1 summoned him. And some people in chat ask, like, how is he summoning him turn 1 so consistently? And, like, the entire deck is just summon this card. It's King of the Swamp, 3 of, which is a fusion, like, replacement. And you can also discard King of the Swamp to get Poly. It's 4 of the normal monsters that you need. It's Prisma, which helps you just get a fusion material. It's Fusion Gate, which helps you just fuse. Terraforming, which helps you find Fusion Gate. Polymerization, Upstart, which helps you find cards. Summoner Art, which helps you find your vanilla monsters, Dark Magician and Red-Eyes Black Dragon. So the entire deck is literally just find me my card so I can fuse Red-Eyes Dark Dragoon, and then you summon Dark Dragoon and you basically won. If you look at the grand finals...
It's so crazy.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's so crazy because, like, I'm looking at this deck and it's going to do just that, which is make Dragoon. But, like, it doesn't seem to me, from my uneducated eyes, to have a backup plan.
No, it does not have a backup plan. There is no backup plan. The plan is summon this guy. That's the plan. The plan is this guy hits the field.
Yeah, and like a deck like this you could splash in like Miracle Fusion because you have Heroes and Waters, right? You have Ocean, you have King of the Swamp, you have Stratos, you have Prisma. Like you have a fair amount of Heroes and Water. You have Future Fusion. So it's like they could go with the backup plan of throwing in some Miracle Fusions, but they didn't even do that. They said, I'm going to summon Dragoons. And like if I get Dragoons with, is that Secret Village of the Spellcasters too?
Yep.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Good
you get
luck.
Secret Village up with Dragoon, it's over. So his extra deck did have like Absolute Zero and other stuff in it, but no Miracle Fusions. The idea was just if I for whatever reason can't summon this guy, like I'll poly into Absolute Zero or whatever else to buy me some time. But the whole deck is just get me to Dragoon as fast as possible. And the grand finals was funny. Literally, game 1, the Dragoon player got to go first, and he got Dragoon off turn 1, and that was the end of that game. Game 2, the GB player went first, and turn 1 he set up Herc Chariot with like another back row, and then he just won on like turn 1 basically. And then game 3, the Dragoon player got Dragoon out like I think turn 1 or turn 2, and then like he won. It was literally like
it's
modern Yu-Gi-Oh shit. It was just turn 1 to whoever went first won.
Yep, it's funny because OG99, so Gary, his deck also revolved around bringing out Dragoon too, and I feel kind of bad for him because it was a Swiss event and he went, I believe, like 4-1, but he didn't make top 4. He got 5th place, and one of the players who he beat, who also went 4-1, did make top 4. So it's just like
that's frustrating.
Gary just kind of it's very, very frustrating. It's just like the luck of the draw, like, however the data, resolves to put you in your placing. Yeah. But anyway, Dragoons is a really broken card. And as Kenny already mentioned, there are very few outs to Dragoon. And for those of you who are wondering, how do you out it? Well, the best way to out it is just to tribute it. So like you can use cards like Lava Golem or like Volcanic Queen. Like those are ways you can tribute it. But also cards that send that don't target, so Darken won't work. But cards that send that don't target is also another way to remove this card from the field. So off the top of my head, one card that send that doesn't target, I forget its name, but it's like a light machine monster, and it says like you can special summon this card by banishing a number of light machines from your graveyard. When this card is summoned, send all face-up monsters on the field to the graveyard.
Yeah.
So those are some outs to Dragoons.
I think you might be talking about it's like Cyber Eleton Dragon.
Yes, that's him. That's the one. So it's just there you go. Yep, it's that guy. So it's like there are outs to Dragoon for sure in Edison format, but like they're very specific niche outs.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. I do think, granted, I don't know what everybody's side deck is, but if you were to do a tournament like this again, everybody's side deck has to have triple Volcanic Queen in it, right? Because you need to hope you can just out Dragoon with Volcanic Queen.
And Volcanic Queen's not a terrible card. You can use that in other matchups as well, so. Yeah. But anyway, that's a really cool tournament, and I just want to say one last thing before we kind of wrap this segment up. Like, I really, really wanted to play in that tournament, and if I played, I was actually going to take a note from Big James's book the last time this type of tournament happened, and I was going to play Time Thief Redoer. Okay, Time Thief Redoer. And I was just going to play Blackwings with that in my extra deck. And for those of you who don't know what Time Thief Redoer does, then you're probably a happy person. Because there he is right there. He has so many effects. But pretty much like he's 2 level 4 monsters, he's an Exceed, and like he gains material during each standby phase. And then you can remove a material and he gains, an effect depending on which material you remove. Monster, banished to the end phase. Spell, draw a card. Trap, spin a card from your opponent's field to the top of their deck. And this is broken because those effects are all quick effects. So he's like, once he hits the field, he's almost impossible to get rid of because like he'll always have a monster underneath him, and then you can just, you activate, Deep Prison, banish, get him back, end phase. And now it's the standby phase, draw phase, standby phase, get a material back under him again. I got a spell, let me get an extra draw for my turn. You know what I mean? It's just like, he's really nutty. And because he's both player standby phases, like, he gets materials fast. And also, he just takes cards from your opponent's deck. And, like, just taking cards from your opponent's deck for no reason at all, you can take their brain control. So in addition to you drawing a card, you just took their brain control, But anyway, the reason why I couldn't play in this event was because I had work, and I would love to play in like a lot of these like Tuesday money cash tournaments, but like because of the time zone difference being so drastic between like America and Korea, it's impossible for me to play.
Yeah, but This was a really cool event. I really like these Edison format with slightly different rules. Hopefully you guys did too. These are really cool. We're going to do more in the future. We always do Edison format with weird rules. I really like seeing things where you take something like GBs and you find a card from its future to make it better, or you play Lightsworn and you find a card from its future, or Blackwing or whatever. I really like those ones because it's just like really cool, like the what if scenario of each archetype. And then there's Dragoon, which is just like F everybody. It's like fuck all of y'all.
Yep.
All right, guys. On November 8th, we are doing another IMNerd Circuit Series. That's right, another $1,000 tournament for Edison format on November 8th. Right. The same rules apply. You just need to be a party member or higher actively on our Patreon. That's the only criteria you need to play in this tournament. You need to be at the party member or higher tier. There's $1,000 cash, just like last time. Chess Prime won last time, got $400 for first, and then the rest of the top 8 split the other $600. There was no BS. Everybody got paid out their money that night. We had a great tournament. It was 80 people. It's going to be a good time. November 8th. Be there or be square. Peace.
I got nothing to say. Oh, fuck. And we're back with some blind ranking. We have just cards in Edison format. They're just going to be actually, they're not just monster cards. They're just cards in Edison format, and you're going to just rank them blindly. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it. So I'm just going to say one thing before we start.
Sure.
The last time I remember doing this, I was kind of basing the card off its like standalone value. But I think going forward, I'm going to do it more so on its impact on the meta. Because certain cards, it's just like, you just wouldn't play it by itself. Like, Malicious, I kind of gave Malicious like a hard time, right? But in the decks that it's used in, it's amazing, right? So
it's
going
insane.
forward, I'm going to rank it, yeah, it's insane. I'm going to rank it more on its like, but by itself, it's garbage. But even maybe, anyway. But I'm gonna wait. Let's start. Let's start.
All right. First up, we have Stardust Dragon.
Oh, I mean that's
classic,
like,
an absolute classic.
That like it's so good. I mean, arguably one of the best, if not the best, synchro in Edison format. That's really hard. I don't know. The thing is about blind ranking is I don't know what's coming next.
You don't know what comes next. You don't know.
It's like that could just be the best one. It's definitely top 2 for sure. I'm gonna hold out for something better, but Stardust, it's like it's hard to top that. We're gonna give it 2.
Okay, Stardust is at 2. Next we have BC.
Yeah, I mean, like, see, I'm happy that I didn't give Stardust 1 because what's worse than a Stardust? Your opponent brain controlling you. Like brain control for sure has stolen way more games than Stardust. Like Stardust, don't get me wrong, he is so good, but how many times, think about it now, how many times have like you built an established board and the only out your opponent can have is brain control? Or like you're winning and they just top deck brain control and they attack you with your own monster and kill you. 1, easily.
Brain control steals games. Brain control absolutely steals games.
People talk about brain control should be banned in Edison format along with Trap Dust Shoot. No one says, oh, Stardust should be banned. Nobody says that.
All right, so we have brain control at 1. So next up we have Rescue Cat.
Kitty Cat.
Come to the rescue.
Now this is the thing. Rescue Cat's really good, but the problem is in Edison format, the decks that use Rescue Cat are not the best. The best deck that utilizes it is Gladiator Beast. But aside from GBs, it's like Synchro Cat, like really? And like that deck has cat in its name. And like there are also like the Beast deck, there is a Beast deck in Edison format that people might not know about that uses like Mojo and things like that. But it's just like it's terrible. It's terrible. So Rescue Cat, great card, but it's just like Edison's not Rescue Cat's time. I'm gonna say like let's see, I have 3, 4, 5. I'll give it, I can't 4. 4 is too low for Rescue Cat. I'll give it 3, right in the middle.
Okay. You might regret that right now. Caius.
Oh yeah, I mean, instant regret, right? This is like the mascot of Edison format. The mascot of Edison. I mean, I have to give it 4 because it ain't 5.
It's not 5.
You know what I mean?
It's not 5.
It ain't 5.
It's not 5.
Shadow Ball Jutsu.
And you're very correct that it's not 5 because now we have this guy.
All right, so
old.
I'll say the old mascot, right?
The old mascot of Edison. What people thought Edison format was, the lies. We have quick draw synchro.
Yo, that is a toy gun in his hand. Okay, that is a toy gun. Listen, that is a near perfect list. All right, a near perfect list. If I didn't put too much respect on Rescue Cat's name, I would have been happy with that. But it is what it is.
It is what it is, baby. How would you guys have ranked this if you saw in that order? You know, obviously you have the ability of hindsight, but if you take the hindsight out of it and you're honest with yourselves, how do you guys think you would have ranked it? Okay, so a surprise special section, something new we're going to try doing. We want to bring back the progression series in an interesting way, a fun little way, something small that we'll do. Right now, what we're going to do is starter deck Yugi versus starter deck Kaiba. So right here is what Cairo's playing. Yeah, go ahead.
Here, that's right, a true hero. I mean, you can't be a true hero and not be Yugi, Yami, a Tim, you know, whoever you want to refer to him as. So I'm playing starter deck Yugi.
So something we learned, I didn't remember this, but these starter decks have 50 cards. And basically every card is a different card. So we had to type in and manually put in all 50 of these random ass cards. So Kyra's playing starter deck Yugi. I will be playing starter deck Kaiba. And yeah, we're just fun little time. So we want to do a progression series thing. We're still figuring out how we're going to fit it into the variety show format. We'll talk more about it. Let's jump into the duel room. We are in. There we go. So without making entire progression series videos like we did before, we want to fit little pieces of it into. Wait, did you pick your rock paper scissors?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm good. I was waiting.
Oh yeah. You can ride that out.
Yeah. All right, we're riding it out, and you know what? We get to go first.
You get to
That's
go
what
first.
we like to see. Now, I actually don't have much experience in this format. I literally haven't played this format since I was a kid. So,
yeah, don't worry. No, I don't think any of us know what we're doing.
Right. And at that time, I'm expecting my sixth time. And at that time, it's just like I didn't even know like what was good, what was bad. I'm looking at this hand right now, and this hand looks pretty terrible.
I think all of the hands look terrible.
Yeah, you know, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do this, and we're gonna just pass it to you.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. We're gonna try something here. We're gonna normal summon the Master and Expert, a deadly duo consisting of a Beast Master and its loyal servant. All right.
Now, that is actually one thing that I do miss about like old Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like the vanilla card text is just
It's so good.
they thought it out.
This is what Yu-Gi-Oh! Was about. We're gonna equip it. He gets 400 attack.
Oh God. Actually I'm having a hard time with this.
Now I'm gonna swing with my 1600 attack.
Well, actually, can you activate this during the damage step? Seems like this is things, right? Because this says increase the defense of one face-up monster on the field, right? And obviously when it flips up, it's the damage step, right? So are you allowed to activate castle walls in the damage step? Like, I don't even know.
I think the answer is no, but I'm not sure.
Well, let's just say it's no, and let's just say that like this dies. So, sure, I die.
The Witty Phantom, dressed in night black tuxedo, this creature presides over the darkness. Main phase 2. I'm gonna play Ancient Telescope. I get to see the top 5 cards of my opponent's deck and return them in any order. Now, I don't think Dueling Book has any way for me to do this. So,
all right. I mean, because I'm not supposed to see them, right?
No. So,
yeah, there's
no
way for me. I mean,
I'm just going to leave this card in my hand for now. I just want you guys to know that I don't feel like dealing with whatever that is. So instead, I'm just going to set 2 and end my turn.
Yeah, because who would expect?
Hopefully I have a card in this deck that allows me to discard a card from my hand. I don't feel like dealing with Ancient Telescope.
Man, I can't beat over a 1600 attack monster.
Crazy times we live in.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna mulligan.
But I think I think the way Castle Walls works is like, I don't know. I honestly, I don't fucking know.
It's just like I don't know either. I definitely wouldn't have set it. I thought it worked in the damage step. And look,
I mean,
now
we
look,
can
it works out.
We can go back. We can go back.
No, it's fine. Let's just we're only going forward. And now look, it works out. You get that Ancient Telescope out your hand.
It's out of my hand. We're looking good. But yeah, so we want to do the progression series. We'll probably do the thing where our idea was like maybe we'll do each segment in a different video. So like we'll open packs in one video and then we'll duel in the next video. And that way it's still a smaller segment in like the variety show. But today we're just doing a starter deck duel. So what else do you got it for me after? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, Monster Reborn. Oh, shit. That's not cool.
We need this. All right. And you know what? If you have Mirror Force, then like you have Mirror Force.
I don't think Mirror Force is printed yet, but I will trap hole him.
All right, he's gone. He's out of
I
here.
will trap hole him. All right, now what do I say? 200? Oh
Yes.
shit!
Oh goodness. Yes, that's right. We're getting the advantage, baby.
All right, we might be in a bad spot now. We might be in a bad spot. Things aren't looking good for us.
Rude Kaiser, he's about to come in. Rude. Okay, I'm not Rihanna.
Nah, you're not her. You're not her. Right, we're just gonna set and end.
She is an angel, okay? And you know now we got our monsters. I mean, you know the card that I have set is useless, so we're just gonna just swing here.
Give me that back.
Oh,
Give me that
okay.
back.
There you go. 12 hundo.
I'll take my 12. I'll take my 12. Oh, you know what? I misplayed, but it's fine.
Listen,
Let's
you're
see.
at
1200 attack, huh?
Mm-hmm.
1200
He's a small
attack.
boy.
All right.
He's a small boy.
We're gonna summon a manhunter with powerful arms that can crush boulders. Oh,
But he can't.
he's out of there. He's out of there.
He can't deal with a trap hole.
No, he can't. We're just ending. We're gonna end right there.
This is so terrible.
This is how Yu-Gi-Oh was supposed to be played.
It's gotten crazy now.
This just, nice and simple. Nice and simple. This is the life we live. All right, what about this fella? A vicious fire-breathing dragon whose wicked flames
why are all your monsters
the souls
strong?
of its victims.
Why are all of your monsters strong?
I don't know. I'm going to
All right.
attack.
And I'm just gonna be sad.
Komori
That guy's probably gonna
dragon.
ride out. He's. I'm
That's all I
feeling it.
got. That's all I got. Komori dragon.
He's riding
Sweet
out.
Komori.
To the end. Bro, this is pathetic. This is so pathetic. I just want. Okay, set and.
All right. We're armed with the Psycho Sword. The sinister assassin rules the Badland. All right. Battle phase, attack. I don't remember if that 2000 defense claw reacher. Look at these Look at these cards. I remember if that 2000 defense girl was in this deck yet. Mystic Elf? Is that her name?
Yeah, that's her name. This is.
But our boy doesn't have her. Uh oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, I'm so terrible.
Oh my god.
just vanilla beat down out here, baby.
You know, it's fine. This is going to be the shortest progression series duel you guys have ever seen. This is my last draw. This is my last draw coming up right here. We need, like, I don't know, a miracle.
All right.
And I'll tell you what, that ain't a miracle.
That's not a
That ain't
miracle.
a miracle. That's
not a miracle.
That's not a miracle.
Oh, well, I guess that's game. All right, attack.
Lord. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's it. All right, we're done. That was just, I got steamrolled.
Let's get out of here. And then let's look real quick again at the deck constructor. Let's look at starter deck Yugi. So a lot of their monsters. I think maybe you just didn't. Oh wait, no, he's fucking huge star. He has so many. Oh yeah, you could have got Baron of the Fiend Sword. Great White. You just needed to see your boy Great White.
I needed to see my boy Great White.
Dragon Zombie. There's a couple guys you could have got. Doma, the Angel of Silence. Yeah, there's a couple guys. You just didn't draw. This is how Yu-Gi-Oh! Supposed to be played.
That's right. Out of 50 cards. But you know, I'm happy. I'm happy to take my L there.
That's right. So I think what we'll do first maybe is we'll just like go through a couple starter decks, or maybe we'll try the other end of this. I don't know. You guys let us know what you think. I'm excited to do it. It's just a fun little stupid thing. So that was starter deck Yugi versus Kaiba.